Hello and welcome to Cape Town for this Mutual and Federal Premier Inter-Schools derby match between Bishops and Rondebosch. We are at the Diocesan College, as it was known when it was founded in 1849, but it is known worldwide really as Bishops. That pavilion there on the halfway line is relatively recent, and you can see from the multicolours of the umbrellas that unfortunately it's a fairly typical winter's day in Cape Town. Van Hums up on the mountain is smoking away furiously, but it hasn't dulled the enthusiasm of the people who have crowded in here. When I arrived at the ground about 2.5 hours ago, it was already full, nowhere to park, and everybody has been enjoying themselves watching the under-14s and up through the day. That's the Rondebosch side. They are coached by Clinton van Rensburg. Look out for Ronald Melk, who's the younger brother of Justin, the former Western Province and Stormers back row forward. And you can also just keep an eye on Kanyo Nkuna, and he is the last line of defence, and you'll see him at Craven Week later this year. He's made the Craven Week side for Western Province. And as for Bishops, they are coached by a younger brother of Nick, Dave Mallet, and the players to look out for there, Kewan Hablutzel, the captain. He's made the Academy Week, and Sword Abrahams, the 8th man, he will be going to Craven Week, and Craven Week happening in the 2nd week of July at Polokwane. Now you'll see numbers against the names of the Bishops boys there, but they won't have numbers on their backs when they come out onto the field. So Mr. and Mrs. van Rensburg, Wills, Manuel, etc., please forgive me if I get your son's name wrong. Now, sat alongside me is a former boy of the prep school here at Bishops, Hanyani Shamanga. Lovely to be back.
No, certainly good to be back, Andy. Welcome to Rugby Royalty out in Cape Town. Certainly good to be here. Derby Day brings back some good feelings for me, but really great occasion, as you see, starting to clear up slightly. Maybe we'll get a little bit of sunshine. We're all praying for that. But certainly a big day in Cape Town as we look at the Rondebosch team that's going to run out. And really a lot of anticipation, a lot of interest, a lot of old boys dinners building leading up to this game, and, you know, a lot of banter between the guys. So certainly a great game to watch, and great to be back here.
Well, here come Rondebosch, and you'll notice they've got the purple socks on, and that is due to the JAG Foundation, which is trying to promote no bullying in schools. And it's a very good foundation indeed. They've got all sorts of books on how not to be bullied and how not to bully. Ronald Melk is the Rondebosch captain, and they've come out to play what is match number 184 between these two sides. There's only 400 metres separating Rondebosch Boys High and the Diocesan College, and they play each other twice a year. Here come the Bishops boys, led out by Kewan Hablutzel, and he's a dynamic hooker. You'll see him really get around the field very quickly indeed. And here they come in the all-white strip, and as I mentioned earlier, no numbers, and that is something of a challenge for a commentator, but we'll do our best.
Certainly is our challenge. Kewan Hablutzel, really highly rated young hooker here at Bishops. Heard a lot about him, and certainly a great prospect going forward. But rugby here, there's only one way to play rugby this side of the world, and that's running rugby. So certainly looking for loads of entertainment, even though the weather doesn't permit for it. Hopefully the ambition is still there as Rondebosch are about to kick off.
Matt Kemp
White, captain.
is in charge.
Three, captain.
And away we go with this Mutual and Federal clash, and there looks like a high tackle straight away from Christoph Blake. Referee playing some advantage, and Bishops looking to try and keep that ball through the phases. Sean van Rensburg clears, and it's taken by Shane Smith. He's hit back in the tackle. A furious start from Rondebosch.
Use it!
Now van Rensburg sending it out to his fly half. Well, we might see plenty of that today. The white shorts didn't last long for the fly half, and this is Tyron Lee being sacked on the ball for Rondebosch. Good drive from the boys from down the way. Just keeping it tight at the moment. Now coming in is Stefano de Gavia. Standing amongst the three-quarter line there was Jay Stevens, and a first touch for Nkokana. This is going to be the opening try. Oh, yes, he's in. The thumbs have gone up. Nicholas Leroux has scored the opening try for Rondebosch.
Well, fantastic work first up from Rondebosch. Kyan Nkokana made that break and support right on his outside. Nicholas Leroux, well, Jay Stevens was still in support, but first up, great start from the Rondebosch boys. Oh, what a great line, just fantastic hands from Jay Stevens. Kanye back into the line, Nicholas Leroux. Well, it's a foot race from here. Does he step? Well, we have to look at that. I think he stepped out.
Looks a bit suspicious, doesn't it? Look at the left foot.
Yeah, well, from first sight, it definitely looks like he stepped out. He's out.
Well, you'll just see the assistant referee was blindsided by the tackling player, but you saw the thumb go up straight away. Now, in the old days, of course, nobody would worry about that, and there is no TMO today. And this is very much about the old days, because this is where rugby was first played in South Africa, all the way back in the 1860s. The school has been here since 1849, and Nicholas Leroux, who's a sprinter, showing us a clean pair of heels. So Bishop's stung by that early reverse. Ty Wills gets the game going again, and Rondebosch looking to play from inside their own 22. The dancing feet belong to Tyron Lee. He got hit hard for his pains. And now the box kick from Stefano de Gavia.
Stop, 5!
Now Bishop's. This is Gerard Peterser. Just short of halfway. In comes Van Rensburg trying to clear out. Rondebosch are strong at the breakdowns. Now it's taken by Tariq Allen.
Ripped by 7, step back.
Van Rensburg finding Wills. And that's a good follow-up from the fly half. It wasn't the greatest kick, but he made sure he put pressure on the Rondebosch boy who won the ball. Now, Kanyo Nkokana doing good work. I've already mentioned the fact that he's a Craven Week representative, and you can see he's got a bit about him every time he's on the ball. The high ball is from Tyron Lee. On the left wing is Andre Manuel. Hasn't gone cleanly to hand, and Bishop's in trouble inside their own 22. Doesn't matter that it was carried back because he wasn't looking for touch. Now Nkokana is back on his own 10-meter line. There goes David Campese's trademark. And in comes de Gavia. On the charge there was Jay Stevens, and that flat ball gave him every opportunity to get across the gain line. And now it's gone forward. The referee will bring them back for an earlier indiscretion.
It's just good, well, fantastic defense from Bishops, and good control play from Rondebosch. But really not much dividing these two teams. The fullback Kyan kind of looks like he can create something from nothing all the time. Really you can see why he's in the Craven Week team. Look at the beautiful surroundings here. What a place to play rugby.
Steady before the ball comes in.
Really a bit more sunshine, a lot more people will be down here, but still a lot of interest in this game.
Well, closest to us in the Bishop side, Tariq Allen. He's a big unit, isn't he, the tight head prop?
Crouch.
Yeah, at schoolboy rugby, they're all big. I tell you what, look at the Paul Gym team if you want to get a fight. They are absolutely massive.
Pressure coming through on Sean van Rensburg.
7, move. Thank you. Stay. Blue, step back. Line.
I say Rondebosch have made a really good start to this game. They look up for it. Not every day that you're on the telly when you're at school.
Step back, 1. 1 blue. Use it.
Now there's the captain, Kuen Hablutzel, setting the next phase, quickly available. And Wills sending it down the line. There's a good stand-up tackle from Ronald Melk, the captain of Rondebosch. And referee will give the put-in to Rondebosch.
Scrum blue. Thank you.
Yeah, but struggling Bishops, they were good in a couple of pick and drives to go. Butzel was good. But really, the scrum was in the middle of the field. They've gone laterally, haven't found space. It's Rondebosch turn now to put the ball into the scrum. But with the backs quite tight there with the right winger.
Your head's got to go in that space, okay? Don't worry about his head.
Devin van Rensburg waiting
Crouch.
out at the back.
Bind. Scrum. Stay there.
Front rows have gone down, but the ball was available. Well,
Okay,
referee
okay.
will play the knock.
Leave it. Just relax. Yeah, away. Let's go move across off of that.
Unfortunate knock on. Sometimes, Andy, this time, sometimes in weather like this, was it Ronnie Malk that knocked it down? Just simplicity is probably easier. 9-12, smash it up, win that ruck, and then start playing from then on.
Okay,
Now they're trying intricate moves at the back of the scrum. Really just making a simple thing really difficult, especially when the conditions are slippery underfoot.
Crouch.
Yeah, not actually raining at the moment. There's blue sky above us, but there's been an awful lot of rain that has fallen in the area over the last 10 days. So Bishops with their first real charge, and look at that, upright in the tackle, hit back behind the gain line, and now Bishops has got to start again.
Play on.
Well, he's done well not to knock it on. It was Shane Smith.
Counter ruck is good.
Rondebosch all over Bishops at the breakdown. And that's a clever little stab through from de Gouveia. Last line of defence is Gerrit Pieterse, and he is in touch.
A great kick from de Gouveia, but Pieterse did well actually to try get out of there. Needed to put it on the boot and kick it downfield. But so far the territorial battle being won by Rondebosch, which is crucial when the weather is like as de Gouveia controlling the proceedings very well from the back of the Rondebosch or ruck.
Half a metre.
Well, we're in the suburb of Rondebosch, but next door is Newlands, which is officially the wettest suburb in the whole of South Africa. People who come and watch rugby at these two schools, they know a little bit about wet weather play. Here goes Hablutzel.
Stay there, 3. Stay here.
Van Rensburg with the dive pass. That's a very important aspect of the game, the dive pass in conditions like this.
And Andy, what's bizarre with all the rain here, it's actually two schools that love to throw the ball around.
No, this is the middle.
But they do understand the conditions, diving on that wet ball, kicking it through and creating pressure.
What? Second pod. Second pod.
The mountain looking gorgeous at the moment.
Open.
Putting the ball in is Alan Eby. Well, Bishops not really dedicating enough players to that maul. Now on the charge is Ronald Melk.
No hands, White.
It's quickly available. De Gouveia has a couple of options and taken up amongst the forwards first. Offside, I think, against Bishops, and advantage being played for that. De Gouveia. It's a clever little kick through from Tyron Lee. Referee says not enough advantage.
And Andy Matt Kemp, rightly so, the Bishops team offside, and a hit was made. They're not, well, he actually said for not rolling away. But I thought it was good defense from Bishops, holding their line, forcing Rondebosch to play off slow ball. So it makes it very easy in conditions like this. And Rondebosch playing off 9 a lot, so guys can come up and make the hits.
Up comes Tyron Lee to take the kick.
It was just one of the Bishops players actually still loitering on the ground there. So first kicking opportunity for Tyron Lee.
Well, no kick is a formality in these conditions. I'll say the ground has recovered remarkably well from the amount of rain that has fallen, and that has gone wide. I did say it wasn't a formality.
Jinxed him, Andy.
So Bishops have scarcely been out of their own half in these opening 11 minutes of the game.
Stay behind.
There's no wind to speak of.
Yes.
Ty Wills goes deep. And de Gouveia has gone straight across field with that kick. It means everybody was onside, of course. Clyde March making the catch. A good tackle coming in from Bishops, and they will have the penalty. Not offside against Rondebosch. The tap and go from Sean van Rensburg. Here's Hablutzel. And now good charge there from Herman Scher. Bishops finally getting a little bit of front foot ball. Just short of the Rondebosch 22 now. Van Rensburg.
Backwards, play on.
That's gone forward. Advantage being played for Rondebosch for the knock-on. And now it's taken on by Kyle White. He's with the academy side for the academy Craven Week. Bulldozing run there from the big tight head Brett Pulser. And the penalty goes against Bishops.
And with that tap kick from, well, penalty from Bishops, you just saw a glimpse of what Bishops rugby is all about. You know, throwing that ball around, transferring away from pressure. And certainly when they do get it together, it's probably some of the best rugby you will see in this country. When Bishops start running the ball, it is fantastic to watch. But this was the turnover ball from Rondebosch. Also, he's on his feet there supporting, he's not supporting his body weight from the other leg there in racket form. It's a good decision from Matt Kemp.
So putting the ball in is Alan Eby. Rising high at the tail of the line, Christoph Blake. And now a little bit of stepping from Tyron Lee.
What?
Rondebosch intent on making good platforms. This is Jankelson.
Take a step back.
To Gouveia. That's cleverly placed kick.
Knocked on.
Trouble here. Advantage being played for the knock.
Penalty advantage.
And there is no
offside. You're in front of the
advantage.
last man who played the ball. 5 outs over there.
I think he played the ball from an offside position.
Offside from the knock on.
Just thinking, if you think it's hard for the commentators, what about the referee? Leave it number 7 doesn't really apply, does it?
I think Matt Kemp will probably know quite a lot of these guys pretty well.
What? Move! Thank you.
Rondebosch looking to force their way over for their second try.
No.
Matt Kemp has got a very good view, and he says held up.
Scrum.
Oh, that's just silly play from Blake. Really didn't need to pick and drive here. There's no hole whatsoever. Just give it to the backs or get into your shape of 9 and start working there. Try and build up pressure once again. But beautiful attacking scrum with a little bit of a blind for Rondebosch.
Crouch. No, come up, come up. Okay, we're a bit too far now, guys. The first couple have worked because we've been closer. Yeah, that's one.
Very important for Bishops to get a good strike here.
Bind, scrum. Stay 9 behind the ball.
Now the lateral run, and here's the captain, Melk. Half a metre short. De Gouveia has it. Sends it out to Pulser. Bishop's doing very well to hold it up. Rondebosch haven't claimed it. Now they're over the line. No, couldn't get it down. Bishops may even have no, there it is. It is available. Good tackle there on Michael Palfreman. Now out from de Gouveia. That's a clever kick into the corner. Nobody there. How's the bounce? Try! And it goes to the right wing, Devin van Rensburg.
Yeah, and I was about to say there's a wing out there sitting all by himself. They just need to get the ball to him, and beautiful little nudge. Was that Tyron Lee, the kick pass, well weighted. Van Rensburg over, try time, Rondebosch again. Because the pick and drive wasn't working down the line there, but really great nudge here from Tyron Lee. And De Gouveia, his passing has been really good. He sniffs the opportunity, great vision, great accuracy, and what? The execution's good. Try time, Rondebosch.
Oh, I like the fact that Devin van Rensburg never panicked there. He knew he couldn't get there on the full, and then it was a case of where's it going once it hits the point. As it turned out, for once, it wasn't a capricious bounce, and he was able to score try number 2 for Rondebosch. Conversion effort is on its way, and he's got it.
Yeah, that is crucial. And the key with Rondebosch's performance is they've just dominated territory, and Bishops have struggled to get out of there. That's a brilliant pass from De Gouveia. Tyron Lee, kick pass, and there it is. Van Rensburg over. No questions about that.
Well, the purists among you will be very pleased to know that the first 2 tries have gone to the left wing and the right wing. None of this bulldozing stuff through the middle. Oh, there's the charge down, and very good play there from Gerrit Pieterse for Bishops, but the ball bounced favourably for Rondebosch, and Lee has the second chance to clear, and he doesn't make a mistake with that one. That's a brilliant kick.
Oh, just that combination between De Gouveia and Tyron Lee has been really good. De Gouveia is really giving him some good service and buying him a lot of time to actually clear the line, and it's a great exit strategy here. Once again, attacking line out for Bishops. They need to start building a platform.
So Hablutzel to put the ball in for the home side. Looking for some inspiration, Bishops. It's taking a long time to arrive, and eventually they've got it. Could have made a mini-series about that line out. 10-meter line, Van Rensburg. Oh, there's a handoff of note. I think that was Wes White. Out from Van Rensburg. The crowd enjoyed that one. Pieterse is in touch.
This part of the world, any sidestep or full bus is applauded. Nice physical play from Bishops. Better, they're getting into their rhythm now. From good back ball at the line out.
Everybody's pleased to be here. Everybody's particularly pleased that the rain has stopped, I can tell you. Now the long ball over the top, taken by Jay Stevens.
That's impressive line out throwing from both hookers. Slippery conditions, smashing that back ball.
Good breakaway there. Out from De Gouveia, and then Pulser has knocked it on. There's Brett Pulser getting up now. He's going to Craven Week as well.
Rondebosch may be guilty of playing off 9 too much. De Gouveia needs to get that ball into Tyron Lee's hands. I understand the conditions, but there is space out wide here. The rain has stopped. There's not much wind, so throw it around, boys.
Locks in. South scrum, boys.
Crouch. Squeeze. Bind. Scrum.
Sean van Rensburg with the feed. Pick up at the back by Sword Abrahams.
Tackler.
Hablutzel gets into position to help the drive of Shane Smith.
Rondebosch can't be onside from that track.
You wouldn't have thought so, would you? But Matt Kemp has kept his arms down.
Tackle only.
Now Bishops trying to take on Rondebosch at their own game here. That's a good offload under pressure. Van Rensburg getting it out to the three-quarter line. And on the right wing is Ant van Reineveld. And you can hear the surge in interest from the crowd now that Bishops are taking it forward. Sword Abrahams got hit very hard but managed to transfer the ball through the tackle. Bishops still in control here. And now Van Reineveld with the step. Good tackle coming in from Tyron Lee. Van Rensburg sending it out. And that's good hands from the captain, Hablutzel. Rondebosch spotting that Rondebosch were up offside and deciding to work the short side with the advantage. Pick and go from Shane Smith. That's the 22-metre line of Rondebosch. Bishops haven't been here very often in the game. Oh dear. Now the referee was playing advantage all that time. He'll bring them back. Playing on the field known as Piley Reese today, and Piley was a legendary first-team Bishops coach. And my thanks for that information go out to Matthew Pearce, a former Bishops boy.
What are we doing?
Of course, while you were here, the main man was Basil Bay.
No, certainly, yes, he was the main man. Probably in South African schoolboy rugby, you know, coached Bishops for loads, for a very long time. You look at the players that have come through. I remember coming as a youngster watching Herschel Gibbs, guys like Robbie Fleck, David Van Usselen, Salbon Boom, Andrew Fassi, Tandekile Dlova, some really good players, and the type of rugby they played was exceptional. And that's all the work done by Basil Bay.
So a chance for Ty Wills to open the scoring for Bishops. And you could hear a pin drop. And he has missed it.
Listen, guys, if the two of you are going to take those pillar post positions, make an effort to get onside. Oh, yeah. Another half a step, please.
But Bishops at least putting some pressure on Rondebosch now. They've been under the cosh for the first quarter of the game. The charge down shows that the advantage is still with Bishops at the moment.
And it's just important for Bishops to get results here. They're starting to run the ball. And, you know, once it starts getting fluid and they start, you know, putting a lot of passes together, that's the Bishops rugby, you know. But good pressure from them. They're getting a bit of territory now, so it's a matter of just executing and getting to the rhythm. You know, one thing Bishops are good at is transferring the ball away from pressure. So quick ruck ball, they really like to feed off that.
Crouch. Line. Scrum. Stay nice.
Van Rensburg, Wills. A little bit of space opening up there for Mike Mainhart. That's gone forward, and Rondebosch trying to use the advantage. Big tackle coming in, so they'll come back for the scrum.
It was a great cutback from Andre Emmanuel. I think Mike Maynard actually came in. And the Bishops crowd starting to warm up. The first team caught cold by a rampant Rondebosch team, but certainly starting to warm up. As you see, there's that White House straight behind the crowd there. Really nice facilities here also.
Crouch. Fine.
Not so much a school as a suburb of its own. Penalty coming off early against the Bishops flanker. I think that was Mervano da Silva. In fact, no, it was Wes White. Well, I mentioned this is the 184th clash between these two sides, but that's because they play each other twice a year. The last bunch of results have been very even. 8 matches played in the last 4 years. Bishops have won 4, Rondebosch 3 and 1 draw.
And it's amazing, you know, I remember a couple of years watching guys like Nick Groom playing here, Tim Sweel playing, and they're all part of the Stormer setup, so time really does fly when you watch a lot of the schoolboy rugby.
Not to mention Francois Lowe, who'll be running out with the Springboks today against Italy. 5 o'clock game. He's a Bishops boy.
In the air. Playing the man in the air. Playing the man in the air.
Line out misdemeanor, and the penalty will be taken by Nick LaRue. He's the left footer.
Just attack the ball, guys.
Well, he played him in the air, but nothing really dangerous or malicious in it. That's Ord Abrams. He's been good. He's the go-to man. He's the enforcer, guy that's there to actually make meters for Bishops, and tried there but hasn't had many opportunities.
I can think of a few old timers who would have looked at that replay and go, and he blew the whistle? What? Van Rensburg taken on by Abrams. That's a clever little dink into space. How's the bounce? Oh, very good play from Nick LaRue for Rondebosch. It's one thing you're seeing, the ball's really not bouncing. That's how wet this field is. Good play from Rondebosch. They've been under the cosh for a little while, but now this is Ronald Melk, their captain. He took a big hit there.
Use it!
Stefan de Gouveia out in front. It's another big hit, and it looks very much as if Sword Abrahams is in trouble. He got his head in the wrong place at that tackle, and he's stayed down. Play continues. And shrill blast on the whistle. I think the referee has now seen that there's a problem here.
Let's wait for the medics here.
Let's have a look at how that injury happened.
Just Ronnie Melk taking it up.
It's Movano da Silva, I'm told, who is down on the ground. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Putting that in good medical care. I know Mike van Rede is the UCT physio also around there, so really good guys to be there just in case any serious injuries do occur.
Now, I mentioned this is where rugby was first played in South Africa. The school has been here since 1849. In 1849, there was no difference between soccer and rugby. Rugby was played at rugby school. And it was Bishop Ogilvie, George Ogilvie, who came here in the 60s, who really brought rugby, although it wasn't called rugby. They called it Gog Ball or Gog's Game. And I'm told he didn't really like rugby as it was played at rugby school. He went to Winchester. He was a Wycomist. And let's remind you of the Bishop's Springboks, 35 of them in all, and those are the latest of them. Robbie Fleck, of course, you may have seen the build-up to this game. Robbie talking about his days at Bishop's. Dave van Hesselen was here, so was Selborne Boom. And Selborne Boom went to the 2003 World Cup, where there were Bishop's boys playing in the opposition as well. Dan Vickerman was one of them. And Movano da Silva is back on his feet. Good to see.
And Christian Stewart wouldn't be happy if you didn't mention the fact that he played for Canada also.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry, Christian. I know you make your living as an auctioneer these days.
Crouch! Bind! Scrum!
Oh, that's super piece of defence there from Sean van Rensburg.
No, you can't get out of there, guys. Blue forward, blue scrum.
Antisocial, huh? He's an ASBO, is he?
Crouch! Bind! Okay. No, relax. Let's set it up.
Matt Kemp very keen to get the teams engaging properly. This is when injuries can happen on soft fields.
Crouch! Bind! Scrum!
Here goes de Gouveia. Melk on the charge. He's been the battering ram from inside centre for Rondebosch today. Standing off is Tyron Lee. He's happy to just observe at the moment. Keeping it amongst, well, this is Clyde March, who's one of the three-quarters, but surrounded by his forwards. And the penalty going the way of Rondebosch.
The narrow hit-ups are working for Rondebosch, using big guys like Ronnie Melk to smash it up from centre, and great footwork from Rondebosch centres. Really big, powerful guys, and they're using them well, feeding off Tyron Lee.
Not 10.
So referee has brought them back, and now a decision has to be made. Stefan de Gouveia is the vice captain, and he takes his orders from the captain, who is Ronald Melk. And they are going to set the line out.
He went past the ball, so he wasn't on the ball immediately. He must be on the ball.
Yeah, it was great footwork from Clyde Mott. Yeah, that's playing the ball on the ground. Well picked up by...
Make sure he hits the ground first, eh? Make
Matt
sure he
Kemp.
hits the ground first.
Just another opportunity for Rondebosch, and what they're doing well is they're getting into the right areas. You know, they're managing
Come in,
to
guys.
execute.
No, you don't have to wait for the ball. You can form first.
Now putting the ball in is Alan Eby. That's a good clean ball to work with. Can Rondebosch get across the line from here? That certainly is the intention. Over the line, can they get it down? Yes! Referee Matt Kemp says Philip Jankelson has scored.
Just complete control from the Rondebosch pack. Well executed line out. Great throw from Alan Eby. Great throw, yeah. Just the whole thing well executed. The big boy is Kyle White at the front, holding it up beautifully. Good leg drive, low body position. Even the wings are coming into the mix here. De Gouveia comes in to add a little bit of help, and it's a try for Rondebosch, given by Matt Kemp. Just complete control the whole time, getting the penalties, making the right decisions.
Not a day for the kickers. He's got 1 out of 3. That's a pretty good return. And that sliding pass. But 3 tries for Rondebosch in this first half means that they lead 17-0. 2 minutes left in this first half.
Okay.
So it's gone just a little bit quiet, and you can understand why. The home side under the cosh, and Rondebosch from the first whistle in this game looked very up for it. There's the box kick coming in from de Gouveia. He's looked very impressive in this first half, and Bishop's charging in. Referee, I think, will give the knock on.
Yeah, Andy, I'll tell you something, de Gouveia's basics are brilliant. That's a well-weighted box kick. He made it beautiful. Look at that contestable. As soon as he gets the ball, Rondebosch players all over him, and that's just great execution. That's just good execution from de Gouveia that's putting Bishops under pressure, and as a result, they've got an attacking scrum.
Bind. Scrum.
Picked out well by the 8th man there. This is Melk. Oh, and he's gone straight through. Over the 22 goes Melk, still going. Up to the 5. De Gouveia has to leave the ball to the forwards. Now he's there probing, looking for a ball carrier. Tyron Lee is that man, sending it out further to Nick LaRue. LaRue is well marshalled by the Bishops defence there. Bishops may even have turned this ball over. They have, but illegally so. It's a ruck.
And yeah, I know that's one person that will be smiling is Justin Melk, the older cousin of Ronnie Melk. I saw him last week in Bermuda actually playing against Saracens, and the Saracens guys call him Rondebosch. That's how much he loves the school, and he talks about being a Rondebosch old boy. So well done on Ronnie Melk. Fantastic bust up from him.
Advantage, penalty advantage.
Referee giving more advantage.
Stay what?
Alan Eby takes the ball. He can't get across the line. Just a metre shy. Oh, it's gone forward. Referee will bring them back for that advantage.
Flanker, late. Late on 10. Dangerous.
Late tackle is the call, taken by de Gouveia, driven on by Brett Pulser.
Hey, tacklers off, what? Stay there.
Twisting through the tackle. Can he stretch out the score? It was Jay Stevens.
No hands, no hands.
Bishop's desperately defending. We're in injury time at the end of the first half. Now de Gouveia has a go himself. He can't get through.
Your feet, what?
It looks like there may have been a knock on there. There was indeed, and that will be the first half concluded. So 3 tries for Rondebosch boys in this Mutual and Federal Premier Inter-Schools contest. They've come up the road and shown Bishops that they intend to walk away with the win here today. They lead at the break by 17 points to 0. I'm happy to say that the weather has improved dramatically. You can see most of the mountain now. We look forward to your company in the second half of what promises to be an exciting encounter.